Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to do another application with right triangles. But before we do that, keep in mind that you could be asked, and this is incidental, something that came up in another problem. I think I mentioned this before, but it bears repeating, is that when you're doing a problem and you make a calculation, whether you're calculating an angle or whether you're calculating a side, sometimes there'll be multiple questions and they may ask you another question, like let's say find the other side after, and you've already found the angle, right? Now you could use the angle that you just calculated in order to find that other side, but it's always better to use the information given to you in the problem than the information that you calculated from the given information, because it's more accurate, okay? So again, sometimes you can't avoid that because you have to use the one calculated value to get it, but if there's another way of getting the same answer using the given information in the problem, it's better to do that because then you don't have round off error and you're using given data or the given information, okay, instead of calculated information. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, ask if you have questions about that. Okay, so now in this one we're going to talk about a surveyor, and we're going to talk about indirect measurement. Okay, so now again I'm going to read the problem and then we'll set it up. Okay, it says using lasers, a surveyor makes the measurements shown in the figure. I'll draw the figure on the board. Okay, so let's do that. So let's do. Okay, so I'm going to draw this picture. So I'm going to draw it over here. Okay, so let's say we have this. Okay. And let's say I have let's see here. Don't like that. Let's do this again. Okay, and then I have okay. So let's assume those are lasers. Okay. And so here's what we have. It says where points B and C are in a marsh. All right. So B and C are in a marsh. Okay. So here's B and C. And this is labeled P, and this is labeled A. And so we've got B and C, right? And they're located in a marsh. And we want to find the distance between B and C. So obviously, they're in a marsh, so it's going to be hard to measure just going out there with a tape measure or something. So what we want to do is we want to do indirect measurement, which means we want to find the measurement of this distance here by using angles and triangles. Okay, so now you may notice something about what we have here. Okay, now BC, right, is equal to the distance of AB, right, or AC minus AB. Okay? So we need to find AC and AB. So now here's some information that they give us. So we're told that the distance from point P to point A is 265.74. Okay, so that's 265.74 2.74 feet. And now the two angles are given. So this angle here is 26 point, oh, what is it again? I don't think I wrote it down right. 21.66. 21.66 degrees. And the other angle is 8.85 degrees. Okay, so 8.85 degrees. Okay, so now we're going to find, we need to find, in order to find this distance here, we are going to first find this distance, AC, and then we're going to find the distance AB, and then just subtract. Okay, well, how do we find AB? Well, AB is formed, again, this is a right triangle. So AB is part of the right triangle that goes triangle PAB, right? So how do we find AB, the distance AB? Well, let's make this X, and we'll call this distance Y, okay, for the bigger triangle. So X, well, we've got the angle here, and we've got this distance, and we want to find the opposite distance. So this is going to use cosine, right? So we're going to take cosine of what? 21.66 degrees, and that's going to equal what? Adjacent, oh, wait a minute, no, not cosine, not cosine. No, I'm wrong. I don't know where my head was. We've got opposite and adjacent. So this is going to use tangent, right? So we're going to use tangent of 21.66 degrees, and that's equal to opposite, which is X, over 265.74 degrees, or excuse me, not degrees, feet. And so now, what do we get? We get X is equal to 265.74 times the tangent of 21.66 degrees. Well, if we multiply though, if we put that in our calculator, so again, just take the tangent of that angle and multiply by the 265.74, what do we get? We get, where's it at? Don't have my calculator with me, but okay, so let's just leave it here. Okay, so here. So we've got this, right? So we've got X. Now let's find Y. Well, what's the angle of the larger triangle? So this is PAC is the larger triangle. Well, this angle here is what? It's going to be the 2166 plus the 885. So this is going to give us tangent of what? It's going to be what? 30. So 30 point 51 degrees, right? 30.51 degrees. Okay, and then of course equals opposite over adjacent. So this time opposite is Y. So it's going to be Y over the same thing. 265.74. And so now we get Y equals 265.74 times tangent of 30.51 degrees. And now we want BC. Well, what's BC? It's Y minus X. Well, guess what? Y minus x is equal to 265.74 times the tangent of 30.51 degrees minus 265.74 times the tangent of what? 21.66 degrees. Right? Now at this point, you just stick it in your calculator. You could factor, but in any case, I would just stick this in your calculator and then subtract this in your calculator. Or you could put this in your calculator and store it, and then put this in your calculator and then just subtract the two. But in any case, when you subtract those two values, you get approximately 51.06 feet. 51.06 feet. That represents this distance from B to C. Okay? And that's how you would do indirect measurement. Have a good day.